So guys, I don't know if you remember a little while back, Lane did the valve cover gasket and fixed the massive exhaust leak on this Chrysler 300. The customer brought it to us because it was jumping in and out of 4-cylinder mode, blah 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 blah, and he couldn't hear any of that because it had a massive exhaust leak. But he had just paid somebody else to put a 6.4 cam in it, non-MDS lifters, put the car back together. Well, after we got the valve cover leak fixed and the exhaust leak fixed, we could hear some unsavory noises coming from the engine. And I went into the tune file and turned the 4-cylinder mode off. Well, when I went to go in there to turn it off, it was already turned off. But anyways, so we knew something had to be wrong. And so John started tearing into it this afternoon at the same time, tore the race car apart, which this should be in a different video, not in that same video, so go back and I think it'll get posted before this one. Either way, I'll post the link up here. You can see what happened to the Gremlin if you guys hadn't already seen, or if you're new to the channel. Anyways, pulled it apart, and when we got the heads off, didn't see anything crazy there. Non-MDS lifters, they're over there in the bucket now. We're all installed, nothing crazy. Go to pull the cam, took the phaser off. What's missing? Oh, there's no pin in the cam. And that's because it's broke off right in here. So most likely what happened is the person that timed the engine did not get the pin lined up, or they didn't properly torque it, or who knows. Bottom line is that should not be that way. So we're gonna get the, oh, I already just popped it out. We're gonna get that fixed. We're gonna grab, fortunately we have a bunch of 6.4 bump sticks laying around because we swap them all the time. We'll be able to throw another stock 6.4 camshaft in this thing, put it all back together, and hopefully it makes no more crazy noises. Stay tuned. So guys, moving right along, John is putting one of our 6.4 cams that we pulled out from another car into the Chrysler, saving the customer some money. We're throwing it to him because we've got a stockpile of them. We pull them out all the time. So, and it's nice coming in the morning to a little chop action. We're all wrapped up with our drop-in pistons and rods and cams. You guys seen the pulls on it yesterday. This thing finished out. Let's see. Hopefully the computer doesn't take too long to fire up this morning. Thing finished out at 473 horsepower, 504 foot-pounds of torque. Nice clean dyno run. So I'm backing this thing out. Let's take it for a little test drive. John has about had it with my mouth today, so I'm going to close it. Anyways, so it is the next day, and as you guys know, oh no, happened. So, fortunately, Shannon, my machinist, Fast Track Performance in Harker Heights, saved the day. I got him ahead, and he did some port work to it and made me a good head for the race car so I can make the event. So, there's the head that came off the car yesterday, and boom. He said he did a little port work on it for me. Got her all freshened up, ready to go into the car. So big shout out, you know, changed my springs and retainers, all that stuff. Big shout out to Shannon, Fast Track, for getting me hooked up. We'll be blowing the head gasket yesterday, and today we will get the car back up and running. So let's get after it. John, I need a 5:30 seconds. Allen. Or no, 3/16? Yes. Is it 3/8 or quarter?
3/8. We're here for 5:30 seconds.
Do you always match your car?
Not always. I wore a Cowboys jersey yesterday to work.
Oh, I figured it's either matching your car or Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, I didn't grab the camera until late, but Ivan's rolling out his Bill Motor Cam car. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. He's super. Oh. Whoa. He's super excited about the car, and he loved the way it sounds. So I always love when a customer leaves with a smile on their face. But time to get back, getting the Gremlin back together. So guys, I've been dealing with customers, but let me get y'all up to speed on the Gremlin. Head's back on, head's torqued down. So putting the cams back on, about to tighten those down, get those all torqued back up. Put the valve cover on, and get the rest of the car back together. Not leaving so this thing fires back up. So let's get after it. So guys, it is 2.5 days, give or take, really 3, before the race with the Gremlin. And as you guys have seen, you know, it pooped the head gasket out the side of it. Technically the day before yesterday's morning, but the car is already back together. And I just fired it up, put it through its first heat cycle. Everything's good to go. So I got a few more things to just kind of go over and tidy up on the car, to include getting a new radiator cap. But then it's ready to go back on the dyno, check everything over one more time, and if she makes it through the dyno, we're gonna load her on the trailer and go racing, and hopefully get this 8. So this is part 1 of the journey for 8s. I hope you guys enjoyed this, you know, crazy little thrash on the car. You know, things happen. This is part of racing. So it's all about how you handle it, the people on your team. You know, big shout out to Fast Track Performance, helping me get the car back together. You know, I literally popped the head gasket in the morning, gave Shannon a call, said, hey man, had a failure on the car. He said, whatever you need, let me know. And so I thrashed in an hour, ripped the head off, gave him a spare head that I had, and the head that was off the car. And I gave that to him in the afternoon. So at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he came by my shop, picked up the heads, and by 9:30 the next morning, he called me, had a head ready. And he didn't just put some valves in the head, do a valve job, you know, hot tank it, clean it, do all that stuff. He actually went in and hand ported the factory head I gave him, just so that way I didn't lose too much power. I mean, it wasn't the same port, but regardless, you can't, words can't express how thankful I am for what he did for me on the head. So he got it back to me. I didn't pick it up from him until later in the afternoon, just at the shop, grinding, busy. We had other stuff going on, but I picked the head up from him. And last night, I stayed to about 7:30 and got the car done. It's all back together. So I'm filming this the next morning. I put coolant in it, heat cycled it and stuff, and we're gonna get it on the dyno. So let's see what happens next. and I'll roll it. Can you squirt the wheel for me? So all you do is just put a little bit across it. So as it comes out, just go across the wheel one time. Hold up.
On the wheel that
Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that in video.
You're not. I'm gonna fire the car up. I'm gonna start rolling. Then you'll do that. Then you go back, set that down. Shut the camera off.